Before we get to weather tonight, I have a couple photos to show you. I didn't know I was going to be on camera, so I was itching my nose. But I want to show you some pictures because the moon was funky tonight. It was a beautiful night in Rochester, and you could see the stars. And the moon was like, I don't know anything about the moon, Sarah, but it was like a sliver, and it was red, and then it went away. But it was cool looking for the time being. It was a really nice night, though, to be out on a walk.
Absolutely. It was gorgeous. Beautiful color out there. And just as Cami said, that moon was that nice red color for a moment as it was near the horizon. And yeah, just a sliver because we had a full moon not too long ago. So now we're just seeing the phases of the moon continue. And I got to look it up, but I think the next full moon, I mean, we're almost at the end of September. So the next one will be sometime in October. I got to check. I don't just know it off the top of my head, unfortunately. But anyway, so no full moon tonight, but a nice sliver. We're not necessarily seeing it in Austin, but we are seeing calm, clear, beautiful skies, and it's difficult. I think the flags are there, but they're not waving around too much because, well, there's not a ton of wind. It is just easy going out there. Satellite and radar showing off. There's really not much to talk about. Just like yesterday, there wasn't much going on. That high pressure is here. These clear skies, they're very nice, beautiful. If you have any plans to go stargazing, maybe a tiny bit chilly, especially as we get later into tonight and eventually when this cold front does pass. Now, I've been teasing it throughout the newscast, but I'll give you a big spoiler. It's really not going to do too much. At most, maybe just change the wind directions, and that will impact our temperatures by a couple degrees, keeping things a little cooler than all of us getting into the 80s tomorrow. That's basically it. Moving over to the temperatures currently, and yeah, pretty big distance from the 80s. We are in the nighttime now. It is 55 in Forest City, the coolest on the map at the moment, but other places like Winona falling into the 50s as well. 59 also in Mason City. Those of us who are still in the 60s, give it an hour or two and we will be back into the 50s sooner rather than later. I also want to show the dew points. Believe it or not, they've actually come up a little bit from the earlier on today, but they're not going to be going up much more. It is still something important to watch because, once again, explaining those temperatures and they get close to the dew points, we get to see a little bit of fog development. It's not all the time. Other ingredients there. It's just really one of the basic ingredients for it. So taking a look at temperatures versus the dew point over the next couple hours, and we can see there's still a pretty big gap by the time we get into the morning, but there's still a few hours. Those temperatures will come back down and we could see some patchy fog once again. Futurecast will pick that up. This is around 7 a.m. Patchy because it's not widespread across the area, and I'll tell you right now, it doesn't last very long. By 10 a.m., it is gone. I also want to show the winds. You see they are starting to change that direction, then they change right back coming in from the south. So our first cold front has already passed. Now the second one, as I push time forward here, we can see it whoosh, right there as we come into our Saturday. Now, again, the most this is going to do is keep our temperatures a little cooler than the 80-degree mark. And some of us could still very easily make it, especially if we're further to the south, because there's going to be so much sunshine. By Sunday, temperatures back on the rise. And here we go, 80s as we kick off the new work week. All right, Cami, back to you.
All right, Sarah, thanks so much. And I looked it up. The next full moon is October 6th, and it's actually called Hunter's Moon.
Yeah.
So Hunter Donahoe will like that one. And it's going to be a supermoon. This is just from me looking it up, but do you think that's okay? Or can you confirm it? You look it up.
Yeah, I'll check right now.
This is what I got. October 6th.